Hey there guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make this amazing PowerPoint slide using some images and some animations in PowerPoint in just like 17 minutes. So let's begin. But first be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon. And don't forget to check out the link in the description to download this template for free. You can use that template for free from the link in the description below, and then for your own personal purposes. So let's begin. By the way, the images I have used in this video are from pexels.com, and the gradient I am using, I'll just give the link to the template so you can also use these same images and the gradient in your templates as well. So let's begin. First of all, open up a blank slide, and then what you're going to do next is go to Format Background, Picture Texture Fill, go to Insert tab, and from your device, insert a high resolution image for the background. So I'll use these mountains images. Now go to Picture Corrections and decrease the brightness of this image. Close the format background. Next, insert a rounded cornered rectangle, which is a plain rectangle with rounded corners. Here you go. Now the next thing you're gonna do is increase its size, something like this. Make it somewhat more rounder, and then you have to remove its outline. Go to format shape and give it a black color. And then you're gonna increase its transparency and close the format shape panel and insert a text box right on top for the title of this template. So let's just insert some random text right here. Increase its size, align it into the middle, and change its font, and then bold it. The font I'm using is Poppins font. Next, insert your content text and change its color to white, decrease its size, give it some line spacing from here. I'm gonna use 1.0 for the line spacing. Here you go. Now insert a straight line right here, change its fill to white, and next duplicate it by pressing Ctrl plus D and group them so that we can put them into the middle to align them. Now ungroup them again, and next insert a text box right here for the title, and insert your title in this, and you're gonna use the same Poppins font but bold it again. Put this text box in the middle, and next just insert another text box for the body of this title. So I'll just insert some random text right here that you have to write. So let me just increase this text box length, change the color of the text to white, and let's just put it right here like this. Decrease its size as well, and use a light font for it. The font I'm using for the content text is Calibri Light. So let's put it in the middle as well. Next, select both of the text box and then group them by pressing Ctrl plus D. And the next thing you're going to do is duplicate them by pressing Ctrl plus D. So these are the shortcuts for the laptop or the desktop. I don't know what the shortcuts are for the MacBook or iPads, so you may just find them from the internet. Next, align this text horizontally, and then you're gonna group it and then place it into the middle and then ungroup it. Next, insert a rounded corner rectangle which is gonna be used as a button. Remove this outline, go to format shape and give it a gradient of a two color gradient. Go to shadows and give it this fifth shadow. Increase the size, close the format shape panel, and then put it right into the middle of the slide. Next, insert some text in it. So the text I'm using is Explore. Next, use the Color Blue Light font for it, and select this rectangle and give it a flatten animation. Let me just use wipe animation. For the title, I'm gonna use floating animation, and for everything else, I'll just use floating animation. Now for these outlines, I'm gonna use a wipe animation. For this rounded corner rectangle, I'm gonna go to more entrance effects, and from here I'll give it a basic zoom animation. So this is a preview of what I made. Now insert a new slide, remove everything from it, go to Insert tab and Pictures, and insert 5 of the images that you are going to use in this template. And be sure to use high resolution images with perfect view so that your templates would and to be an outstanding template. So the let's give the images a ratio of 4:5, an aspect ratio of 4:5, and change the aspect ratio of each of the image into 4:5. And don't forget to like align text and then crop the picture. So I'll give the ratio of 4:5 to every of the single image. And then I'll just decrease the picture or crop it to like a nice scenery that we can see what the view is telling us in the image. So let's make the size same of the every image. Let's just put it right here and increase its size. So here you go. Select all of these images, the 5 of them, and then you have to press Ctrl plus G to group them and then place them into the middle and the center of the slide, and then ungroup them by pressing Ctrl Shift plus G. Go to color and give them this first color, and here you go. Next, insert an oval right here, and you have to increase its width and put it right onto the top of these images right here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is change its color to white and remove its outline. Duplicate it by pressing Ctrl plus D and move it downwards on the bottom of the images as well. Next, insert a rectangle on top of this oval. Remove its fill and give it a fill of white color. And duplicate it and then place it into the bottom as well. Select both the rectangle and the ovals and go to merge options and then union. And do the both option on both of the shapes. Next, insert a title box on top of the template, and then you're gonna like change the font of this text box and insert your title, whatever it is, and then you use a bold font for it, and then put it into the middle of the slide. Next, insert a rounded corner rectangle just below right here. Make it fully rounder, and next go to format shape and give it gradient fill. Close the format shape, and then you're gonna insert your text in it. So I'll use the name of the country, the image it is below. So the image that is into the middle of the slide and the center of the slide is India's image. So I'll just use India as the word that I'm gonna put in this rounded corner rectangle. Insert a small circle, probably of a height of 1.6 centimeter and a width of 1.6 centimeter, and you have to put it into the middle, right onto the left side of this rounded corner rectangle. Now you have to remove its fill and give it an outline of the gradient of the same gradient you have previously used in the rounded corner rectangles. So the gradient color I'm using is of pink and purple color. So this is a nice gradient, and you can search for gradients from internet. So I'll just duplicate this shape again and then put it onto the right side of the round corner rectangle as well. Be sure to use same distance between the circles. Next, insert this straight line with an arrow onto its left end. Duplicate it and then rotate it on horizontally to move that arrow side to the right side and put it into each of the circle. Then select both of them and then give them the gradient color. And then we're gonna give the round corner rectangle shadow of outline, the fifth shadow. Now duplicate the slide, select all of the images by holding control, and then you have to move them onto the right side that the first image comes on top of the rounded corner rectangle. Here you go. Now change the text, and you have to remove this left side circle because there is no image onto the left side of this image. Give the color of the original color to this one. Duplicate the first slide and move it into the place of the fourth slide. Select all of the images and move the second image right on top of the rounded corner rectangle. Next, you choose this image and give it the original color and change the text box fill And here you go. Now duplicate the slide again and select all of the images, the five of them, and move the third image right on top of the rounded corner rectangle. For the original image, color image, you have to give it gray color, and for the this now duplicate the slide again and select all of the pictures and move the fourth picture onto the rounded corner rectangle. Use gray for the third image, and for the fourth image use the original color. Change the text box and you're gonna duplicate the slide again. Select all of the images, and for the last time move the fifth image right on top of the rounded corner rectangle. Change the color of the original image to gray color, and for the gray color fifth image you're gonna use original color. So that's what you had to do. Next, go to the first slide and go to the last slide and insert a new slide just below it. Remove everything and you're gonna go to insert tab and shapes and insert this triangle right here like this. Remove its outline and give it the fill from format shape to a gradient fill. Use the same gradient you used in the rounded corner rectangle. Give it the outline shadow of the right side and insert a rounded corner rectangle right on top of it. Remove its outline, go to format shape and give it a picture texture fill. Let's use the image that I used for the first picture before. So let's crop it and we're gonna adjust its size, and here it goes. Next, go to shadows and you're gonna give it a outline shadow, and let me just go to my assets, and from here I'll just copy my text and let's paste it right here and move it onto the right side while holding shift. So this is how it looks. Duplicate the slide again and move this rotate this triangle to horizontal, and then you're gonna give it the shadow or outline of the left side. Select the text and move it onto the left side again, and for this picture move it onto the right side onto the triangle. Select the image, go to picture texture fill and insert tab and insert a different image from the previous one into this uh, rectangle, something like this. Now duplicate the slide again, remove the triangle and move the text on. Now what you have to do next is go to insert tab and shapes and insert this rhombus shape. You're gonna send it to the back of the image. You're gonna increase its size and width, and then you're gonna remove its outline and make it bending, and you're gonna give it a gradient fill of the same gradient, give it a shadow of the right side. And next we're gonna insert a rectangle that covers out of it part and then remove it from the subtract option. Duplicate the slide and remove change the image in the rounded corner rectangle according to the images you used in the first or the second or fifth sixth or sixth templates. And you're gonna crop this picture and adjust its size and copy your text and move it onto the right side, and for these shapes just move them onto the left side. And remove this shape and you're gonna insert this rhombus right here, send it to the back, remove its outline, and then you're gonna give it a gradient fill of the same color. Let's increase its size. Here you go. Duplicate the slide again, and this is gonna be our last slide. So now let's insert a triangle right onto the right side. Let's rotate it on horizontally and move it onto the right side. Send it to the back, remove its outline, give it the gradient fill, move the picture right here. And for the text, let's just move it onto the left side. Here we go. Next, for the picture, let's go to Insert tab and insert a different picture from the previous slide into this rounded corner rectangle. So I'll use this image. Go to the previous slide and change this image as well. Go to Insert tab and you have to insert your image from here. For the images, I'd like to give you a suggestion that you use only high resolution images with a great view and bright colors to give a good impression. Now go to the first slide, right click on this rounded corner rectangle and click on hyperlink, and you have to click on this option and you're gonna use the fifth template. And next go to the second template and you're gonna click on this arrow right here, and you're gonna go to action in the insert tab. Click on action, click on hyperlink to, and click on next slide. There you go. Next, go to the third slide, click on this next arrow, and first of all, click on the backward arrow, go to action, hyperlink to, and you're gonna click on previous slide. And for this next arrow, you're gonna go to next slide and hyperlink option. Similarly, you're gonna repeat this process several times into each of the template. For the previous arrow, you're gonna just click on a previous slide, and for the next arrow on each of the slide, you're gonna click on go to action, go to hyperlink to, and click on next slide. Here you go. So this is the last template. We're gonna apply the action option 2. Click on hyperlink to and click on previous slide. You have to remove the next arrow because there is no next image. Now go to the second slide, right click on this and a rectangle, and you're gonna connect it to the slide that contains all the information about it. Similarly, you're gonna go to the third slide and you're gonna use a hyperlink option to link it to the slide that describes everything about this image. Repeat the process on each of the slide. Here you go. So now go to morph transitions and apply it to all. Close the format background panel, and so this is the final result. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the bell icon and subscribe to our YouTube channel. By the way, you can download this template for free from the link in the description below.